morning, my YouTube friends and family. Hope you guys are doing great on this lovely Sunday morning. Been getting my morning cleanup done. Been up since 6:30, but everything's done. All the breeding cages are all cleaned out. This is third round here. Everything's cleaned out. Everybody's got clean feed containers. They all got bleached and washed a while ago. They're just sitting out to dry right now. I'm about to feed up. As y'all can see, everything's clean. Mess bowls, everything. Everything's clean and ready to go. Like I said, we got some third rounders. I'm almost through there with the third round. I got a couple eggs that still need to hatch, and that's gonna be it. I need to band those 2 today, and those will probably get banded tomorrow. Alright guys, I'm gonna feed up and then I'll shoot a video inside the big loft. See if y'all can see the birds. I got them all out in the open loft this morning. They've been flying around all morning, and now they're just hanging out on top of the coop. Like I said, I'll get back with y'all in a minute. Let me get these food containers back in these cages and go ahead and get these guys fed up. Alright guys, everybody's fed up. I usually feed these guys pellets, but I did run out, so I'm waiting on the sorter. Should be coming in this week. I'll just have to throw some grit in there for them to help them out with some seeds. Let's see if I can get a better view through here. There are, guys. You see, everybody's eating up. Ready to pump these babies full. Alright, let me get into the other loft and I'll make another quick video in there. Here we got pretty much everybody. I'm sure there's a couple left outside. Got this loft cleaned out yesterday. was a pretty rainy day yesterday, so it was raining as I was cleaning, but I think it turned out pretty good. I put some fresh hay in here on the surroundings of the loft, and they're doing good for a little bit. I did take the pallets up about a week ago. Took the pallets up and cleaned up under there. It was pretty messy. Got some guys pretty heavy in the mold here. Guys, let me get into this other loft. I don't want to make this video too long. Just wanted to give you all a view of the birds coming into the loft. They're all doing pretty good. Staying relatively healthy. I haven't had any big issues except for one that came down with a light case of canker, so I had to separate them. I gave him some antibiotics, and he kicked it right out, thank goodness. It was a beautiful bird. I didn't want anything to happen to it. Matter of fact, if I could see it, show her to you guys, but I don't think she's in here. Which is a good sign. She's still out flying around. She's got plenty of energy. Alright, let's get into this other loft. Let me show you guys what I got left the third round. These are raised on the floor, 2 little blue bars. They're both banded already. Here we got 2 eggs, 2 young as well. Come here, girl. Let's check those babies out. They doing all right. Both of them in there. Yep, both of them in there and banded. She's on 4th round eggs, which I'm gonna throw out today. Her 3rd round of babies is right here. Beautiful little blacks. They're like really dark checks, almost black checks, as you can see. I'm trying to mess with the lighting here a little bit so you guys can see it better. There it is. And there's its sibling. And then I got a little red check and a red bar of silver over there. Got those guys. This is their 3rd round as well. They got 2 under there. The black and the red Jensen. It's their 2nd round, I'm sorry. They took a while. But that's the last round I'm gonna get out of them. These guys are humongous. Let me try to show you guys these babies. Look at the size of these things. Big old fat babies. And then we also got ARPU young bird. He's up there. Alright, let's see. You hatched your eggs last night? Okay. Alright, guys. So that's what we got going on over at Blessings Loft. I'd like to take a minute to just give a shout out to some of the guys that have actually inspired me into, doing these little videos and stuff. I watched a lot of Aloha Pigeons, which I know he hasn't been on for a while, but he did make some very interesting videos. I loved his love for technology and pigeons, and he kind of combined them both. The whole Sky Tracker GPS band, that was pretty cool to watch, and for somebody like me that doesn't have the money to afford that, it was pretty cool to be able to at least enjoy it without having to pay the money. I watch a lot of different people. I've been friends with B-Rod. B-Rod for a long time. I've actually seen him at some of the shows. I've gone to his house. I want to give him a shout out. I got some of his birds here in my loft, matter of fact. Two Gabbies that were gifted to me from him, and I really appreciated that. I also watched Danny from North Carolina, I believe he's from. Great guy. I've talked to him a couple times on the phone. I mean, he is just an encyclopedia of information, and he is not hesitant to share it with you. A very, very nice gentleman. I watch Hill Flights, I believe its name is. I watch, I believe his name is John from Ham's Flight Kit Box. Also another great guy. He's got some very nice looking birds in his loft. Homing pigeon races. I watch Jose Rodriguez. All his videos are very informative. It's just a lot of guys out there that I watch. Appalus Loft. I just recently subscribed to Hidden Hollow Loft. Also a very nice guy. I wish he had a better neighbor, but you know, we can't help some of those things sometimes. That's pretty much all the ones that I can think off the top of my head, guys. I got a couple friends that do the pigeons things, and they're not on YouTube. Shout out to Terry Buchanan, another great guy, helped me out with the birds. I actually got him into the racing pigeon world, but he's definitely returned the favor on many occasions. That's pretty much it, guys. I don't want to blab y'all's ears off. I just wanted to tell you a little bit about the loft here and some of the guys that have inspired me to do the videos. Also, just a little background on me. I came from Cuba when I was 9 years old. I've been here ever since. I had birds in Cuba, and as soon as we got here, about a year later, my father was able to get a hold of some birds from Pete Petzel. He was a former flyer in the Jacksonville Racing Pigeon Club. And then I've been hooked ever since. I've always had the birds either at my parents' or at girlfriends' houses, and then I'd move and have to take my whole flock with me. But finally, I'm 30 now, and I'm somewhere stable. I own my home, and I was able to build a coop that didn't look like a shack, something that was going to be more permanent. So I've been into the pigeons ever since. Yeah, last year was my first year racing. I didn't do too bad. I mean, for my first year, out of 300 birds, I placed 50th in the first 100-mile race, and then it got a little bit better progressively after that. But I lost my last team of birds. We had some kind of freak thing happen, and all 300 birds that were released, we had maybe 2 birds come back total, and that was almost a week later. So I lost the remainder of my flying team and couldn't compete for the second half of the season. I did throw for the second half. I had one bird that he wasn't looking very good, so I kept him back and I didn't send him. So I had him, and just, you know, for shits and giggles, pardon my language, but you know, I wanted to put him to the test, so I went ahead and sent him to a 200-mile. He came back. He was late, but he came back, and right now I just got him kind of put up doing nothing for now. That's how my racing season was last year. This year I'm doing a couple more different things than I did last year. I spoke with Danny. He gave me some very good information, which like I said, I really appreciate. And hopefully this year we'll do something good with these birds. I'm gonna try and do a lot better with the videos and just keep you guys in the loop as to how my racing season is going. And like I said, this is all a learning experience. I've had pigeons for over 20 years, but like I said, the whole racing part is new to me, so it's a learning experience. We learn as we go, and I love these birds. I love watching them. You know, I got people ask me, you know, they're pigeons. What's so cool about them? And I've always had a love for the birds. Each bird is not the same. Mostly every bird has a different personality, you know. Some like to just hang out in the corner, some like to be fluffed up on their pegs, some like to be running after the other ones, some like flying, some hate flying, some, you know, they're all different. So I love just sitting out here and enjoying them, being able to let them out and let them be free. I hate hawk attacks, just like pretty much every other one of us pigeon fanciers, because it seems like every time the hawk attacks, it takes the one that you like the most. Well guys, like I said, I'm not trying to talk your ears off. I just wanted to give you guys a little background history on me. Until next time guys, keep them flying, and you guys have a great weekend.